What's going on, guys? This is Vince with vshred.com, and in today's video I'm going to give you a quick, simple, step-by-step guide for how to get in shape and lose weight or build muscle or whatever your specific goals are. Alright, like I said, today's video I'm just going to cover a couple of the most basic concepts when it comes to getting in shape, because if there's one thing that I've learned from personally working out and dieting for years and years and years and helping hundreds of thousands of people get into better shape and create a new lifestyle, it's that most people think that what they need is a super strict diet and a super strict exercise program, and then once they have that, they're going to be able to get in shape. Or maybe they're looking for that quick fix or that happy or that magic pill that's going to help them lose 30 pounds. And none of that's going to happen unless you start out with step one. And before I get into step one, I'm going to throw a little plug in there. If you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, I got content coming all the time. Get a lot of viewers, a lot of people watching the videos that aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you're not, go ahead and click that subscribe button. But when it comes to getting in shape, you can have the best plan in the world, but if you don't start out with step number one, which is finding your why, you're not going to get any results. And what I mean by that is, why do you want to get in shape? And we all kind of have an idea of the why behind getting in shape. Why I want to build 5 pounds of muscle. Why I want to lose 10 pounds of fat. Why I want to lose 50 pounds. And typically, when we come up with that why, it's very on the surface of the real why. And that's why I like to use this little thing called the triple why method. And so what you do here is you go, let's say you want to lose 20 pounds. Why do I want to lose 20 pounds? Well, why do I want to lose 20 pounds? So you don't just say I want to get in shape because I want to lose 20 pounds. That's not a why. I mean, that's a why, but it's not the deep why that's going to make you get out of bed at 5 a.m. and go to work or go to the gym before you go to work. That's not going to be a strong enough reason for you to say no to that pizza on Friday night rather than actually cooking up a meal and something that's good for you. If you just want to lose 20 pounds, that's going to go out the door quick. So why do you want to lose 20 pounds? So then you go, well, I want to lose 20 pounds because I don't feel good about how I look in my clothes. Okay, that's a lot stronger. It's coming down to this confidence now. So now you do this one more time. So that could be strong enough to get you out of bed in the morning. That could be strong enough to say no to that junk food, but you do that one more time. And so you do this 3 times and you ask yourself, well, why do I want to lose 20 pounds? Well, why do I want to feel better in my clothes? And so you get down to that third why. And if you get down to that third why, and you can think about it for a while, you can take as much time as you want to figure out your why. But once you have a strong enough why to getting in shape and why you want to get in shape, those mornings that you got to wake up and go to the gym because that's the only time you're going to be able to go to the gym, or maybe it's the other way around and you can't do anything in the morning and you're supposed to go to the gym at night, late, after you get home from work, after you put the kids to bed. When you have a strong enough why, that's going to be a lot easier to just simply go back to that why and put it into work and make sure that that is something that's strong enough that's going to drive you when you're not feeling motivated. Because first week everybody's excited about working out, second week not so much, third week you're probably ready to give up. If you have a strong why, you put in the work long enough to build the habits. And then so once you have that strong enough why, you build the habits, then from there you're good. Now, so that's step number 1. Step number 2 is find a plan. What I mean by this is figure out, I mentioned how you can have the best training, the best dieting in the world, but without doing number 1 first, you're not going to get any results because you're not going to stick to it. So once you have your why in place, now you want to figure out what type of plan you're going to be following. So how many times a week are you going to work out? What kind of workouts are you going to do? When are you going to go to the gym? What type of diet are you following? How many carbs, fats, proteins do you need to be doing? Are you doing keto? Are you doing intermittent fasting? Are you doing carb cycling? Are you doing flexible dieting? There's so many different things that you can do, and there's no right or wrong for everybody, but instead it's all dependent on what your goals are. And actually that's why we created our body type quiz, because we know that everybody's different. Everybody has a different starting point and everybody has a different goal. And so what our body type quiz does is has you answer a couple of questions saying where you're starting, your weight, your height, your goals, your struggles, and then it spits out a video telling you exactly what's best for your body type and for your goals. And so if you do want to check out the body type quiz, it's free. You can click the link down in the description below this video. But once you have the right type of training and the right type of dieting for your body, now you have the sexy stuff that's really going to get you into shape. So you have the right diet, you have the right training. So now what's next, and this is step 3, is you got to get into a routine. And this is extremely important to do as well, because if you don't have a routine, then it's very easy to negotiate with yourself on the days that you're busy, on the days that you're tired. Because if you wake up and you got to deal with the kids, and then you got to send them off to school, and then you got to go straight to work, and then after work you got to deal with the kids again, and then after you deal with the kids, you got to cook dinner, and then you got to clean, and then you got to do laundry, and you got to do all this different stuff. You don't have this preset time in your head where you're like, oh no, I'm getting everything done around this time that I've preset in my head because this is my routine. Because once you do create that routine, you wake up in the morning and you don't think about when you're gonna go to the gym. Personally, I'm lucky enough to work from home. And so what happens is I wake up and I work before the gym. I try to get quite a few hours in of work before the gym, but then around 2, 3, 4 p.m. I go to the gym before it gets busy. So around that time, based off of what I'm doing in the morning and the early afternoon, when I wrap up something, I'm at a good stopping point, I go to the gym. I know I'm going to the gym somewhere between 2 and 4 p.m. I'm gonna get home sometime after that, and after I get back, I gotta get my dog, I gotta maybe do a couple other things, but then I'm working the rest of the night. So basically when I wake up, I'm not thinking, am I gonna work out today? Because I already have my plan. I'm not thinking, am I gonna work out today? Or what time am I gonna work out today? When am I gonna work out today? Because I know exactly what my routine is. And that's the same thing with dieting. And this is the tough one. Because with dieting, you really have to take the time to put in the work to create that routine. And typically that means planning ahead. Failure to prepare is preparing you to fail. So if you're not meal prepping and creating those foods and getting those meals made ahead of time, if you don't know exactly what you're eating every single day, then odds are when lunchtime rolls around or dinner rolls around and you're hungry and you haven't eaten and you don't know what you're eating, you don't have that routine set in stone, you're gonna make a bad decision on the food that you get, and you're gonna regret it immediately after. And what typically happens after that is you make one slip up and people go, oh, my diet's gone, I've completely failed it, so I'm just gonna get back to eating like poop. Don't do that. So what you can do instead is know exactly what you're eating every day, get some sort of meal plan figured out, and like I said, we can help with that. Take that quiz if you need help with that, and have that so that you don't create those negotiations in your head and you don't have those bad foods that you end up regretting and then end up quitting your diet because you had one bad meal. You can actually calculate bad meals into your plan when you do it correctly. Again, we teach all about that. Take the quiz. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, and this is going to be kind of boring for some of you, is be patient. I always like to say it this way. You didn't get out of shape in a month. So how do you expect to get back into shape in a month? Now, if you're following the right kind of diet, the right kind of training, you have a strong why, you got a good routine, you're gonna get back into shape faster than it took you to get out of shape, generally. But you have to be patient and allow it to work, because the other thing is that people, they focus on the scale, and that should be another tip in these. There's a bunch of different tips that you could throw in here. These are just some that I think would help. These are general ideas of the steps that you need to figure out, but you need to follow. But people expect if they're trying to lose weight, they expect their weight loss to go on a graph like this, just a straight line down. So you got time, you got weight, and they just expect it to go down. Or I guess for you it'd be this way. They expect it to go down. And what actually ends up happening is your diet, let's say you're carb cycling, which we teach about in the quiz again. Let's say you're carb cycling. you're gonna have a high carb intake on some days, you're gonna have a low carb intake on some days. When you have a high carb intake, your water weight is going to be significantly higher than when you have a low carb intake. So your weight is going to be higher than on the low carb days. So your weight will actually look like this. But over time, it's going to go down. And then some weeks you're also gonna have a mess up. That's fine, you're human. Some weeks you're gonna be frustrated because you hit a plateau. That's fine, you're human. You gotta figure out your body. You gotta make adjustments along the way and figure out what works best for you, because what works best for John or Cindy probably isn't gonna work best for you. So you have to be patient, you gotta be consistent, you gotta continue to put in the work, and you're going to get results. So those are the 4 tips. Start out by finding your why, get the right type of diet and training for you, create a routine, and then be patient. So hope you guys like this video. Like always, if you're not yet subscribe to the channel, join the V-Shred fam here on YouTube. I got videos coming all the time. Make sure you're part of the V-Shred notification squad. If you are part of the notification squad, go ahead down to the comment section and put hashtag notification squad. Also, let me know what some of your favorite tips are to getting in shape. Some things that you've personally encountered that really would help someone else when they're starting their fitness journey. So leave that in the comment section, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon.